Harvey, what do you think? I don't know, I'm just about. So, hey guys, welcome back
to
part two. So we put up part one a while ago, so now this is the second part because I wanted to split in two because I didn't want it to be too long. So we're going to continue with the questions where we left off last video.
Next question. What would you do if you found out your partner was cheating?
Do you want the Christian answer or do you want...
I want the you answer first before the Christian answer.
Okay. I don't think I would be, God forbid, this will never happen to me, God forbid. But I think if I was in that situation, I wouldn't be the chick who reacts violently. I wouldn't be that chick, even though people might think I am. But I wouldn't react right there and then in front of the other.
Yeah.
Because whether or not she knew, okay, let me just take myself out of the situation. Whether or not the girl who's sleeping with this other girl's man or whatever, whether or not she knew if he was in a relationship or not, it's not really, she's not really the problem. It's the guy who's a problem. Or vice versa. Like if it was a girl that was cheating, it's the person who is actually in the relationship that needs to be addressed in the situation. There's no point of talking to the other person because that's not gonna solve anything. And that person might even end up dissing you and then you feel like crap. So you need to address the person who you were in a relationship with because that's where the problem lies. So I think that's what I would do if, God forbid, I was in that situation.
Okay. I think you're very right. Like obviously you need to address your partner first. I was painting the scenario like, imagine a situation where a girl is coming on to your man very strong, you know? What are you going to do? Are you going to be like, hey, babe? Like, what, you know? Like, really, what are you going to do? For me, first of all, truth of the matter is, what does your man want to do? Okay? Is he entertaining that kind of, you know, distraction? Because really, you can't hold on to what doesn't want to stay. So, are you fighting for something that's already lost in the first instance, you know? Or if he obviously has no issue, I mean, if he doesn't want to be, you know, put on the spot, if the girl is the one coming on too strong and the guy is trying to back her off, then you can go and meet her and be like, babe, you're crossing your boundaries, you know? But if, you know, he obviously is entertaining it, then you might really want to rethink what you're doing. Yeah, because there's no point wasting all that energy and he's like, I ain't gonna be here anyway. Exactly, he's just gonna do it to the next person, you know? So what is worse, physical or emotional cheating? Emotional cheating. I thought so too. Emotional cheating is way worse than physical cheating. He's gone already. Out. He's already gone. Because he could be emotionally cheated and then still be like, babe, like, you know, I think emotional cheating is worse. The mind is the strongest. Exactly. So he's obviously so detached. I mean, you hear of situations where, you know, the man is like, well, we slept together, but it meant nothing. I was thinking of you the whole time. Really? But you know, like you find situations where guys are like, well, no, like, it was just, oh, their minds were not working, blah blah blah, they still really love their girlfriend. For me, that doesn't work. I mean, I don't understand how you can tell me you love somebody and you cheat on the person. It's because our generation has a very warped idea of love. But either way, emotional cheating is still like the heaviest. I think so too, because, well, obviously I said I do, but like another reason why is because it's worse. It's almost like a double betrayal, because if someone cheats physically, there's a more, you're more likely to catch them. So you know that this person is unhappy, or you know where your relationship is. Like it's not a bed of roses like you think it is. But emotional cheating, you have no idea. So you think you're doing everything right. You think you're so happy with this guy. You guys have your happily ever after. Or girl, I'm sorry. Or girl. And then eventually you find out that, you know, she just want another piece of ass. Is there such a thing as too much honesty? No. No. Because I believe that if you truly care about someone and you truly love someone, you should be 100% honest with them. But your delivery is important as well. Exactly. You can't be like,
let me tell you something, never get this like, you have to be, if you really, because you really care about their feelings, you have to be honest in a way that it doesn't. What happened? Yeah. Basically, my camera overheated, so it went off.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I was basically trying to say is, there's no such thing as too much honesty. You just have to be careful about your delivery because you don't want to hurt the person's feelings. Yeah. But at the same time, they need to be told, wagwan.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just what I think.
You just have to be very careful about what you say. I'm a strong believer in cushioning your words. Like, because the truth of the matter is, if you're the type of person that says stuff and you don't know how to, you know, cushion your words, the truth of the matter is communication is all about, you know, you passing across a message and the other person receiving it. So if what you're going to say is going to be hurtful, the other person is not going to listen. Hi, Harvey. Say hi.
Hi, honey.
So yeah, it's all about, you know, you finding a way to deliver it such that the reason why you're being honest in the first instance is received. Why do girls ditch their girlfriends when they get a new man?
Because they I'm joking. I don't know because I don't do that. So I don't know. I just feel, but you know what, to be honest, I don't think they do it on purpose. I just feel like they're so excited about this new zhuzh in their life that they just want to give all their all.
But no man does that for girls.
I know, but you know how girls are, like, we're team too much sometimes.
Yes, we are.
So I feel like they don't do it on purpose. Like, I think it's subconscious.
Well, we need to stop.
I know.
Guys do not do that.
They
always keep their bromances on. So your girls should be one of your biggest support systems after your family. Number one, God. So you should not be in a situation whereby afterwards, if you guys have a breakup, you don't now have anywhere to go because you ditched them in the first instance. So, how do you draw the line between compromise and losing yourself in a relationship?
I think you should take time to study your partner, understand the type of things that he or she likes, and the type of, like, understand their morals and their beliefs and stuff, and obviously communicate yours so they know as well. As much as you want to be understanding, you can't lose your morals as well. Like, so you just have to make sure that, I understand you like this and you like that, and I'm gonna try, but best believe that these are my morals and these are my feelings, and I'm not gonna neglect that because you or A, B, C, D.
Exactly. And I feel like if you're in a relationship where it's a healthy one, you should not go into a relationship trying to change the other person. So if you don't like who she is, or if you don't like who he is, or maybe you need to take a step back and really evaluate if you want to go into it or not. Because I even saw on the internet the other time, like, for me that was like the biggest, you know, example I could use here. You know, when it comes to drawing the line of, you know, compromising and losing yourself. This girl was asking her boyfriend if she could go hang out with her friends. She was literally asking for permission. Like, how do you do that? Fine, I understand if the guy is the type of person who's concerned about you not staying out late, you know, that kind of thing. But what's one of you are asking him, can I go? Like,
he ain't your daddy.
No.
You might call him daddy, but he ain't your daddy.
No, he ain't. So don't lose yourself because you're trying to impress him, because when you do, you're going to end up hating yourself, and he's going to be bored, because if he fell for some strong independent woman, then you become this weak doormat. Sorry to be so blunt, but
it's true.
Then obviously it's just not going to work anyway. He won't be fancied, and you'd have lost yourself, your dignity, your self-respect.
There's no point of trying to please someone and you're displeasing yourself.
No. It should be healthy. Always ensure your relationship. There's no point rushing into a relationship because you want to be in one, or because you don't want to be single. Make sure it's a healthy relationship. Otherwise, it's going to do you much more harm than good. You're going to feel lonely. Even when you're in a relationship. So next question,
honey.
If your family doesn't like your partner, how do you handle it?
First of all, you have to find out what exactly they don't like and why they don't like this. And then you need to think about it really hard, pray about it, and just be like, is this a life or death matter? Like,
is this by force?
Is this by force? Because at the end of the day, you're the person in the relationship, and they might be, you know, it could be false judgment, it could be anything. So you need to, I don't think you need to mention it to your partner, but I just feel like you need to think about it and evaluate your own relationship, and just try and see where they're coming from, and if you feel like the issue is not that deep, respectfully just be like, okay, I know this is how you feel, but at the end of the day, I'm the one in this relationship, I'm happy with this person, and this is just what is gonna be. And if they are right, then everybody's entitled to make their own mistakes, and my camera is overheating again.
Aww. So we're going to quickly speed this up. But most importantly, if you find yourself in this situation, ensure that you take it to God, because one way or the other, he's trying to maybe bring your attention to something you might be overlooking. So make sure you involve him, talk to him about it, and then hear what he's got to say, honey. Okay, next question. Why do some girls think pampering on Valentine's Day is a one-sided thing?
I don't know who put that thought in the universe, but let me just say something real quick. There's two people in a relationship. Valentine's Day is apparently a day for, you know, showing love to your partner, yada yada yada. So I think it should be literally, you cater to me, I cater to you. Simple. You buy me flowers, I buy you something you like. Simple.
I don't understand why a girl would be expecting, you know, an iPhone and a boat cruise, and she go get her man like a singlet. Singlet and handkerchief.
No, really, girls, it's 50-50. It's not girlfriend day, it's not wife day, it's Valentine's Day.
Exactly. So show love. By the way, is Valentine overrated? Valentine's Day, is it overrated?
I think it is.
That's the next question.
I think it is. I think
you shouldn't wait for one day, come on, to spoil and pamper. I mean, you should be spontaneous, enjoy yourselves, like pamper yourselves every single time you get the chance to. Like, little things matter. You don't always have to go out and spend so much money. You can write nice notes. You can do something that the person enjoys, or
make everyday Valentine's
Exactly.
Day. That's right, honey.
Next, last question.
I got that.
Is the 90-day rule still valid in this day and age?
It depends on you.
Yes,
you do what you want to do. But for me, there's no 90-day rule, honey. That thing come after marriage.
Absolutely.
That's my short and sweet answer. Do you, by all means. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and I have just chosen to wait.
Is it a Christian thing?
I think it's a Christian thing, and it's a moral thing as well. Because there's some people that are not like Christians, but
they're
they
moralists
still
and they still well, absolutely. I feel the same way. Abstinence, man. Just wait till you're married, because for me, marriage is the strongest form of commitment. So why not wait till you're sure of how committed this person is to you before you open yourself so emotionally to, because a woman already, you know, when it comes to sex or stuff like that, we're really emotional about it. So
some people make mistakes though, and
obviously
that's
that's fine. We understand
because
that.
they misjudge the situation and all that stuff.
Exactly.
But at the same time, I think number one, after you've prayed about it, just take your direction from there.
Exactly.
Well, we're gonna say bye. In it, Harvey?
Yes, we are, Harvey.
Don't kiss me. We don't do that.
No, we don't.
So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry that the end was a bit rushed because my camera has been flashing at me for like 10 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it. Comment below. Feel free, and we'll see
you. What you think
in the next one. Say bye, Harvey. Bye.
Bye.